What is going on, everyone? Nathan coming at you with another BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Pokemon Showdown overused gameplay here. Man, I wish I played something simple like COD. That is just a mouthful to get off every time. But regardless, we're here playing it again. My Eagles were just brutally eliminated in the football playoffs this weekend. So what do you know? I got some more free time. I'm dying to play some Pokemon. Haven't played in a little bit, but luckily I have this team from Asian Instinct from my stream and my weekly stream tournaments, which I'm about to host in about an hour, actually. He won one of my tournaments with this team. It's a really fun and basic cookie cutter team that I enjoy playing every now and then as sort of getting back into it because it's just a solid core. I don't have time to make the whole breakdown right here like I sometimes do, but the essence of it is you have a very strong defensive core between Glysaur, Mew, and Skarmory, and you have insane wall breakers and a Choice Band T-Tar, which I always love. It's always a sweet spot for me. And of course, of Choice Specs Latias, which devastated us so thoroughly last time. And even Rotom Wash, which is, you know, the bottom three are all sort of offensive in nature, especially as Rotom Wash. When you look at it being scarfed and you look at its EV investment, stuff like that. But in reality, all three of these Pokemon have all kinds of defensive utility. T-Tar can come out on psychic moves. It's always going to be threatening opponent's psychic types, even ghost types. Latios has all kinds of defensive utility with its typing and with its levitate ability. Same goes for Rotom. And they all have decent base stats too. So this is a team with a ton of defensive utility. They can definitely last longer games against defensive teams. But more importantly, they're going to stack hazards between Mew, Glysaur, and Skarmory. Mew is more of a defogger, but you get the idea. And they're trying to stack hazards so that these offensive Pokemon can go off. And looking at our opponent right here, looks like they've got a pretty similar idea too. Lots of offensive Pokemon, but they all have defensive utility too. They can all definitely be fearsome. I mean, if you don't think that Infernape can be useful, look at how easily it swaps in on most heat rans nowadays. As for leads, I like Latios a lot. It's got good matchups almost everywhere, but no excellent matchup. Might be able to get an Oko quite easily. If we're lucky, we'll get a Draco. But I think we'll probably see this Infernape as a lead who would U-turn on us. But we're faster. It depends on what their item is. If their Sash is a lead, though, that wouldn't be great for us either. So the combination of I wouldn't like this as a lead. I wouldn't like this as a lead because we'd eat a big Ice Beam. I definitely couldn't Oko you right away. And if you're multi-skill, you can Oko you right away. So Latios is going to be good this game, but as a lead matchup, I don't like it very much at all. I don't want to make my opponent wait too long here, but T-Tar I really dislike. Skarmory's not great. Mew's really not great. Glysaur's great, but I want to wait till the Toxic Orb gets up first. I think I'm forced to go Rotom as per usual. I mean, every time I have a Scarf Rotom, it just ends up being a great lead for us. Luckily, we get an absolutely exceptional lead right here because there is no Volt Switch swap in on their entire team, which is kind of suspect. They do have Rotom. That's not fair. Rotom Mo is a pretty good Volt Switch swap in as far as it comes, but no true immunity. There's no, you know, oh, what if they go to Glysaur? I don't know if that sort of dangling in the back of my head here. So yeah, we'll go for that, and I'll probably Volt Switch. If we're max special attack, I believe this will kill. Depends on the Starmie's investment too, of course. And then I like the looks of going to Latios because you wouldn't Ice Beam in the situation. They could think they're faster than us and go for, like, you know, maybe it's a Specs Psychic. I don't think that's particularly likely, and that would maybe kill us if it was Analytic. And the way Analytic works is that if the attack happens second, which it will in this case if they survive, it gets another 50% boost. So they would attack with 2 times power between Choice Specs and Analytic, should they be that set. If they hit us with that, it's always an interesting decision with Starmie because Starmie is so well suited to offense with its speed and its awesome move pool. And yeah, you can do Analytic and Life Orb or Choice Specs and you hit like just a brick shithouse. However, Natural Cure is also a really amazing ability too. Chansey and Blissey abuse it very famously. And that means that any status you gain, like Paralysis, which sucks for Starmie, or even something that low-key sucks like Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, you lose it every time you swap out. And Starmie can be a bit of a sleep absorber or a bit of a hazard or status absorber, but I guess also an effect sleep absorber too. And even with defensive EVs, it can be pretty tanky when you combine that with the recovery ability. So Starmie's such a Swiss Army knife that it'd be interesting to see what set they are. The fact that they swap out right there suggests maybe a little tiny bit they're not a defensive set, but this is such an obvious play that we can't really glean anything from that there. T-Tar is interesting right now. So is Glysaur. If you get up those hazards here, go for a U-turn or something. Ice Beam on Mew, I kind of like. I think I'll just go to Latios and drop a Draco. Their best answer is going to be Skarmory or T-Tar, and those aren't great long-term answers. So I like that idea a lot. I mean, Mew's going to be able to handle this fine, but I don't love that totally. T-Tar, same thing. It's fine. Glysaur is probably honestly fine too. It's got a little bit of Spadef, but not enough. So yeah, why overthink it? I'll go to you. I can even Psychic, which I like, but I think we're going to be seeming Skarmory right now. I'm tempted to do a double switch to my Rotom because it's such an advantageous matchup, but at best, I'll get another 11%, just renew this whole situation here. So maybe if I get Stealth Rocks up, I'll be trying to force double switches on the Skarmory, so I can get my Rotom Wash in. And then this Rotom Mow of theirs is going to get really worn down really quickly. But just for this immediate turn 2 turn, we've revealed their Scarf. That's excellent. I knew there was a possibility. Wasn't really afraid because we have an excellent matchup here. Teacher's going to come in. If this was a previous generation, I would be terrified because this thing would pursuit me and steal my lunch money and bully me and kick dirt in my lunch, which I shouldn't even have because they stole my lunch money. So like, wrap your head around that. But that's obviously very like a max Bedef there based on those defenses there. So we can get away with Gliscor very easily, get some Stealth Rocks up. Same goes for Skarmory, who I really like here too. I'm going to opt for the Gliscor though, because A, will get a Toxic Orb, and B, because Stealth Rocks will impact that Rotom Mow that we were discussing earlier. So we'll see there's Starmie here maybe. I'm tempted to U-turn actually. U-turn isn't bad if they stay in, but if they go to Skarmory trying to Rapid Spin from us, I would really wish I had clicked something else. But the good news is that we have a Mew swap in. So let's look a couple turns ahead. They go to Skarmory, interesting. So maybe it's a Defogger. I'm gonna taunt because I'm not afraid of your Brave Bird. Okay, then we're going for that there. We'll U-turn. This is a very weird Gliscor set in my opinion. I think Swords Dance sets are a little bit more common. No Roost is very odd. But taunts means that these hazards that are so pivotal to this game's playstyle really become controlling in a hurry. So I enjoy it. Let's go to Rotom. If they Brave Bird, we are a resist. We'll take a lot between Sand and Stealth Rocks, but it sets up a pretty great Volt Switch. I just want to get this thing out of here. Like if I went to anything else, they would be able to stay in and do stuff. And now look at all this damage Rotom's taking. We know they're Scarf. They're probably max special attack too. All fine by me. So let's weigh out my options right now. I can do Latios again, but you know, it's at 77%. It's nearly a quarter of its health, and that was before Stealth Rocks entered the picture, right? So a little bit scary. Right, their Scarf means they could probably do some decent damage to my T-Tard too, which I don't love. I have to do the T-Tard to try to bait in a Leaf Storm from them and then swap to Skarmory so I can go for some spikes for free. That seems like I'm outsmarting myself there. So, I don't know. I don't know if there's a great play here. If I do Mew, they probably Volt Switch into... I'm not sure. It might be Infernape or T-Tard. I'm tempted to do Mew and just go for a Will-O-Wisp because I'm okay with that on just about everybody. Let's do it. I think the other plays I could have made were going to my Latios, which again, just it's got a good matchup, but it seems dicey giving it this much damage early on. Mew's got is max Bedef pretty much. I'm okay with that for sure. If we can get a Will-O-Wisp going, we'll really be wearing our opponents down. I'm kind of hoping for Skarmory. I don't know why. There's Starmie, which is interesting. So we should match up pretty well here. It's a weird, so a leftover. So I'm pretty confident it's a more defensive set. Like we should match up well because we aren't threatened by anything and yada yada. But we can't do anything to them in return either. If they're recover, actually, they probably outpace us a little bit. I'm expecting a Rapid Spin. It's all Defog, actually. Yeah, don't have to overthink that. Great. They'll actually be Natural Cure, so I didn't really get much on them besides some damage here. I'm expecting a swap right now, is the real question. T-Tard kind of makes sense, but they risk getting Will-O-Wisp burnt. I'm going to go for it again. If they stay in attack... Oh, they crit me. But that's fine. They'd have to crit me twice for that to matter. Okay. And I just went for the Will-O-Wisp twice, so I've kind of established a threat. I don't think they'll go to T-Tard there. And if they swap out this turn, I'll be at 75%. I'm okay with going for another Will-O-Wisp right now. They also don't have much PP on their Hydro Pump. It's worth noting. That kind of sucks. I'm worried about a trick right now. Worried about a trick right now. Definitely worried about that. I wish it protects. Let's Rotom Wash. Why not? If you Leaf Storm, you got me. Yeah, I got you. How's that sound? And they don't have a Volt Switch swap in. This is their Volt Switch swap in. Oh, I was wondering if they'd stay in. I should have thought of that. Okay, who wants a Scarf? That's interesting. I think T-Tar. I was wondering, that's a funny play from them. Oh, I forgot you can switch. I actually did know you could switch moves after the fact here, so I look pretty silly from that. But shoot, I thought they were locked into Trick still. Yeah, so if you do trick an item in that situation like they did right there, you get to reselect a move. It's a new choice Scarf you've gotten, and you're not locked in yet. It's weird, but it does actually kind of make sense. So that's on me there. I think we'll probably see T-Tar right now. Oh, I'm upset with myself because I knew about that play, but evidently not. I think I'll just surf. I think I know they're going to T-Tar. Oh, almost the damage we need. We'll trade Stealth Rocks again. Crunch. I'll taunt. Take a Starmie. Okay, we're down a couple plays right now. Let's risk Rotom here. I like Mew, but I don't want to be in that guessing game with Mew again. Okay, they miss. Perfectly fine. We'll Volt Switch again. We'll probably see Rotom Mo, but we got no Stealth Rocks up, so I'm okay to go to Latios again. And they actually don't have a T-Tar swap anymore. So we've kind of been dancing around this. We're talking about me being lucky. I don't understand how I was lucky besides that one miss. I don't know. Whatever. People are always going to complain about that stuff. They get the Hydro Pump. Go to my Mew. They let the Starmie die. Fair by me. Oh no, they'll have 1%. Oh, you're the lucky one. That's always a funny thing to me is people like to like qualify luck. They'll be like, well, you missed 3 Stone Edges, but you also crit that Draco Meteor. So actually you were more lucky because that's how that mattered. And I always find that just like an interesting sort of mental arithmetic. I'm going to go to Latios here. Hate it. Hate it. I could just Ice Beam and get the kill. Why not? Oh, they swap. Okay. I almost did T-Tar. Almost did T-Tar on this trick. The trick is actually really bad for my team. There's not really many people I want to have a Scarf. It says the Rotom Wash. And as we just saw, that's not a matchup I'm very comfortable getting into there. Especially if you misplay it like I do. I think we'll see a Choice Banded U-turn here. I'll go to my Glysaur. We're a little bit frail. Skarmory hasn't gotten to do so much so far. It's actually never going to. It'll be good versus the Dragonite, of course. I'm expecting Recover here. I really want to do some sort of offense, but I'll go to Rotom again because we can force a kill if they recover. Missed the Hydro Pump. They do about 20-30%. They're pretty upset about it. Sorry, fella. You can use Surf. I mean, look, if you don't want to miss Hydro Pumps, if only there was a strong move that Starmie had that was 100% accurate. Oh, I wish I had this 100% accurate move. Oh, it's killing me. Oh, outplayed all game. Let me dramatically read this. Outplayed all game, but Sack is the story of my opponents the last few days. The world's tiniest violin for you there. Psycho Core Psychotic. The username pulls it all together so well. Outplayed all game. I feel for this guy. I hope you're all crying like I am right now. Glysaur gets health and forces. Man, they really don't like Glysaur now. Like that's just a dumb play from them. They should have gone for a recovery move there because Glysaur just kind of pops off now. What do you do about Glysaur? You try to trick with Rotom Mo or get consecutive Leaf Storm hits, or especially because it's taunt, right? It's kind of finicky because it's taunt because I won't be able to kill all of them. But like I can't, like that means like Skarmory can't roost against me is my point. They can't do anything. Dragonite can't do anything. So pretty comfortable with our position right now. In comes Ol and Fernape. Let's get those Stealth Rocks up. Why? What? True. Stealth Rocks are gonna be great for us now. Let's go to my Mew here. Oh, they're probably gonna trick me here, but I was actually okay with that earlier. Didn't they crit me earlier too? But again, it's one of those things where like it's such a weird question. You start like equivocating luck because like they crit me twice on a Pokemon that could totally take crits, right? I'll roost here. Skarm comes in. Oh, Will-O-Wisp this guy. Doesn't matter, but I'll just start chipping it now. Go to my own. But yeah, it's like a weird thing because like how do you equivocate that? Because like I think if you like on an objective level, like getting hit with 2 crits is worse luck. Nice double switch. But in this case, it didn't matter. I'll defend them with that. Oh, 65%. Lordy, that's some damage. Definitely banded. Can't go to you. You don't have much Fizz Def. You'll be 2 KO'd for sure. T-Tar will be O-code, but what is T-Tar really doing for us anymore, right? I think it's outsped by everybody accepting their T-Tar, who I'm not terribly concerned about. And Skarmory, that'd be nice. Outplayed again. Stall players, always so bad, lol. I gotta win this game, guys. Stall. I got 3 choice locked Mons. They're getting in my head. This is how they win. I think I'm okay to sack T-Tar. I would like it for Skarmory, but Skarmory's not a massive threat. It's a little bit annoying. It's not a massive threat. We'll take some more damage there. And I wonder if Volt Switch kills at this point. I'm gonna say no. That's my inclination. Oh, Laddie's also faster. Wrong again. The correct switch was Rotom. They're feeling themselves. Rotom's an interesting play because I could have gone to it, I could have taken it, and I would have been faster, and I could have forced the swap out too. But as I've said, I'm really liking Rotom at this point in the game. In fact, if Volt Switch kills, I'm gonna calc it really quick. Then I should go to it right now, which I'm not sure about. Okay, I'm gonna stop giving them the benefit of reading their chat out because they're actually, you know, when you see like the salty showdown sweeper noob sets, that's actually what's happening right now. Very close. Full switch is very close. No, it's not max special attack. Okay. Max special attack 45 to 53. I'm gonna do it because even if it doesn't work out, I can go to a sack. But this should kill. 309 special attack. Unless there's Spadef invested. This will do 45% damage. They should have about 133 health. Go to the Rotom here. Let's go to Man, I would like Stealth Rocks up again. That'd be nice. You get Volt switched on. Go to Skarmory, but I get 2 KO with Surf if I do that. Yeah, I mess with that. Let's do it. Rotom should be close to being out now. Dragonite's getting a little bit scary though, but we've kept Skarmory completely healthy in the wings. And Infernape, if we got rocks, would be so awesome. That's why I surfed here. Should be 2 KO. Awesome for us. They sack Skarmory. Great news. I was a little bit spooked by that, letting the T-Tar go. So T-Tar sack was correct for us then. I'll go to Skarmory here. Whirlwind right away. No thank you. Stall player at it again. Look, when you're a born and bred stall player like me, you know the ropes. Not much to say. We do get the Infernape, which is unfortunate. Lucky stall player slucks us again by getting an Infernape. And I will go to Flare Blitz is incoming. Mew is now great versus you. Great versus you. If I get a Willows by T-Tar, it's not even terrible. So I don't want to sack you. Latios is also still very good. I think Rotom lives this. Oh, they could close combat. This is a bad play. Yeah, nice. Nice play. Let's go to Mew then. It's not horrible. Let's I think I Ice Beam because it kills the Rotom most straight up. And obviously dummies the Dragonite. Like I could Will-O-Wisp as a mid ground here. Close combat I live. Okay, so if they stay in, I don't really care. The question is which of these 3 they go to. And Will-O-Wisp and Ice Beam is good versus all 3 of them. But I think I Ice Beam because if they do end up going to T-Tar, they probably want a much attack investment. I can Will-O-Wisp after the fact. Let's click that here. We catch Rotom. That's pretty nice. That means that Latios outspeeds everybody. T-Tar comes in. We gotta hit this Will-O-Wisp though. I could go to Gliscor right now. Gliscor's also looking very good, but has no roost and won't get a chance to recover, which is dicey. This has been a good game, actually. I think my opponent's enjoying it. I think. Do they have Lumberry? No such luck. I guess I'll just Ice Beam. They go to Infernape. It's going to take some damage from this and the sand. Who's our sack now? Skarmory. I don't worry about Dragonite anymore, realistically. I'm not super worried about T-Tar either. So I think if they Flare Blitz Skarmory, I think we're okay with it. But they U-turn, which I'm fine with too. If they Flare Blitz, Infernape dies, and I can beat these 2 left over with Mew / Gliscor. Gliscor, ooh. If Dragonite gets up 1 Dragon Dance, it's a little bit scary. But Mew can come in afterwards and Ice Beam. It's burnt. And it won't have multi-scale up because it's burnt and it can never be 100% health again. Okay. Okay. It's scary. It's a scary play. They U-turn, so we're fine with this. I'm going to go for a Spike because you super do not threaten me right now. Do I go for a second one so Infernape's essentially dead? What is it even? If it's running Fire Punch, I could get it a little bit dicey here, but I think I'll just go for it. Just ensure Infernape's gone. It might live with like a 0.1, but I think it'll get the kill. And I don't think they run Fire Punch. Interesting. Well, I was down to sack this to begin with, so I'll Roost. I get a crit. Let's Brave Bird. Nice. I think we get the win. Thanks to our luck as a stalling luck player. Feels good, guys. Feels good. Feels right. Yeah, feels right. That's how I want to put it. And let's do I want to go Glysaur? Because if I go to Glysaur and get the kill, that kind of makes Dragonite scary, but I can actually just taunt Dragonite, so they can't do more than one thing. So yeah. Great, we'll go to them. Crunch for 26. They do get a defense drop. But I'll Earthquake. No harm, no foul. D-Knight can either kill me, letting in my Mew, or they can Dragon Dance once, which still won't be enough to do my Mew in. And then I'll U-turn, whatever. Great. That was a pretty long game, wasn't it? 49 turns. I was taking my time. I was thinking it through there. Let's get one more. You know, you're playing stall. Doesn't matter if we have choice lock 3 Mons. Psych 1 that thinks that we have plus crits was definitely the difference. I had a fun time. GG. Alas. That was it. We'll see another one. Stall's so good. It doesn't matter how many choice lock Pokemons you have. Stall is just that potent. And our opponent is definitely not running Stall here. Let's get it. You know, and I had fun with that person. And I do get a little bit sensitive when people talk about the average Showdown player being so salty and so toxic and all like that. I think in the last, I could be wrong, I want to say in the last 20 Showdown lives I've had, that's the first person who's actually flamed me and like gone like aggressive on me there, right? When, you know, if you have that attitude, of course it's fine. You can just laugh it off, which is great. But I do think it's an unearned reputation. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for how positive and genuinely kind the average ladder goer is. I would genuinely hit at my opponents when I was first learning Gen 5 Overuse, which was my first metagame, and say stuff like, hey, like, you know, I'm really having a hard time breaking this team, but we've played a couple times now. Any advice? And they would just like coach me through it. They'd be like, okay, well, your team could use this and this. And it was absolutely my entrance into competitive Pokemon in general. So maybe I'm too defensive about it, because it is fun to laugh at salty players like that. I'm literally cashing in on it just now. That player might make the thumbnail for all we know. But I get a little bit like sensitive about that, because I think that it's not fair. I do think it is a nice community. And dare I Volt Switch with a Tricked Mon against 2 electric immunities? I'll do that. They'll probably Rain Dance here, right? They knock off. We're still faster. If they go to Electivire now, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my mind. They boomed me. What was I saying? Were you gonna knock me off? You totally could. Don't do it. Don't. Nice. Lost my train of thought. But anyways, I'm genuinely really enjoy the Showdown community, and perhaps the tier you play, because if you play older tiers, I think it's more likely you find these passionate, kind people who are just there to chill versus the people who are just like, I don't know, there to troll. But yeah, I've had nothing but good times. I'm going to Earthquake because I don't think they have a lot of swap-ins. Oh, you know, I should have known that. They've got such good coverage. Let's do... Oh, spicy now. It's so spicy. You definitely have some sort of fighting move. I don't think Ice Punch will kill Latios. I don't really know what other choice I have. Mew's pretty low, and it's not like I'm going to be able to kill them. I could probably Will-O-Wisp and get away with some roofs. I could probably do that. Let's do it. It's not very fun. Stall player gonna stall. Yeah, okay, this is definitely the right play. Assuming it hits, which is actually a pretty big assumption. Not a very highly accurate move. Terrible start, though. Honestly, terrible start. Glysaur going down to the Ice Punch is devastating. I'm pretty surprised at Okode, honestly. Electivire, I want to say it has like 115 attack. DT Electivire. 123, which is okay. Like, it just doesn't make sense in my head that a Pokemon like Glysaur will get Okode by Ice Punch, but a Stab, Strong, Wild Charge. Actually, Wild Charge is only 90 base power. It's pretty weak. That's why. was gonna say it did only so little to Mew. I guess that tracks. Is there anyone I can go to here? Well, like, what if I go to Latios on the Wild Charge, which won't do too much, and will force Zoomeril in, which I hate, so I'm not gonna do that. I should have roosted. That was so dumb. Anyways, especially like I deserve to have gotten crit on that last one. But Mew's looking really good in this matchup. They're almost all physical attackers except for Milotic. Milotic we don't really fear to begin with. Love to get some Stealth Rocks up. That's probably not going to happen. You're probably Marvel Scale because I don't know why you'd be competitive, so I'm not burning you intentionally. Let's go to Rotom. I don't know if I'll Volt Switch immediately. They Scald. Does it burn? It doesn't, so I'm okay to go for a trick because I could get their leftovers or something. I'm very curious what they are. They could be even... I've run Scarf competitive sets before. It's kind of like a Defiant whatever. As they go to Kabutops, Dash. Okay. If they go to Donphan, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Okay, we take it. And okay, terrible start. We're kind of in it still. Rotom's looking so good. Like Rotom versus his team is ridiculous, especially if he was still Scarfed. 3, 4 water type mons. But alas, if I go to Latios, it forces an Azumarill, which I hate. T-Tar, kind of the same thing. Go to Skarmory, it forces in Milotic, which I'm okay with. Okay, but Milotic's getting a little bit scary. It's definitely a scary mon, depending on what set they are. I don't know enough about Milotic and its setup sets, but if it is some sort of, I don't know if it gets Calm Mind or Coil or whatever, if it's one of those, things get really dicey. Like normally I could trick them with Scarf. I can't do that, of course. Yeah, I don't want to Will-O-Wisp it. Again, the threat of a Marvel Scale is pretty significant here. I do have Whirlwind, actually. That's significant with Skarmory. So Skarmory might be the best answer against all 4 of these mons, depending on what sets everyone's running. We see Donphan here. Let's go to our Latios. Unless they Ice Shard off the rip, which would be insane play. And I will Psychic. Should OHKO. Pretty strong. I certainly hope so. Not quite there. Let's go to Skarmory now. No recovery on it. We'll go for the D. Oh, we don't have Defog. Fair enough. You are 218. What's your base speed? There's no way it's base 70. Base 50. So I'm going to go for Spike and then Brave Bird, which sounds weird. Oh, they read me so well there. Holy shit, they boomed me. Okay, because I thought, okay, wow, they just got me so bad. I thought I could go for that as they went for an Ice Shard, and then I could Brave Bird and be faster than their follow Rapid Spin, but they crushed me on that play there. Didn't matter really, but whoo! Okay, so Skarmory remains probably our best answer right now. I'm worried about everything. I'm terrified. T-Tar is so useless for us, but hopefully I'll be able to go for like 1 strong stone against these mons, but I'm just worried about a Brave Bird right now. Very worried about a Brave Bird right now. Or sorry, a Dragon Dance right now. Misspoke. And I don't know if I can go to Mew, who does not have a lot of Fizz Def, and get up a Will-O-Wisp when Gyarados is at +1. I think I got a Whirlwind. Yeah, not very exciting. Milotic's here. Skarmory is so important to these two. Again, Skarmory could be the answer to whatever this Milotic is, but I'm scared. I'm going to flee as a result. To Mew. Yeah, let's do it. And I'll Roost. That should hopefully get us in a range where we can swap in on Gyarados later down the road. It's weird because Mew is also good versus these two, but it's the only Spadef wall I have against Milotic. I think that's like... Oh no. Oh, what? Okay, call me crazy. I shouldn't be betting on my opponent doing the crazy set I was doing, but anyways, the way the competitive works is that if their stats are lowered, their special attack rate rises 2 stages. It's like Bisharp's Defiant, if you've ever seen it, or Braviary's Defiant with their physical attack. And those Pokemon will be good because there's one of the only few ways you could have a Defiant, sorry, a Defog disincentivization. But that, man, Lumberry though. They're not Scarf because they're obviously Lumberry. Doesn't matter ultimately. Ultimate point being is you could swap it in as a Scarfer if somebody tries to defog. They boost your Milotic's special attack by 2 stages, which becomes pretty strong at that point. You have a Scarf and you can in theory sweep them from there. Never works out like that, but the theory's fun. Okay, I'll defog here. I think Mew's kind of the answer, which is good news. I'm afraid to swap my T-Tar in, but I've gotten lost on like 3 different trains of thought here. I apologize. Oh, they were, and I should have defogged. They're doing so much damage to the Mew is what I was trying to say, that I kind of suspected there something like that. Dumb play there. Let's go to your 287. I can get away with a Latios here. I have to. I must. There's a lot. Does it burn? No, it doesn't. Thank God. Let's Psychic here. I could drop a Draco, but this threat of Azumarill is still a little bit too high for my liking. This 46. They do reveal Recover. Crazy. This Maltech could be our undoing right now. The fact that I gave it that +2. It might kill my Skarmory from this range. They have Ice Beam too. Oh, this is bad. 287. Okay, Rotom's faster. Thank God. It's actually faster than everybody, weirdly. So I can, in theory, Volt Switch on all of them, which is awesome. If I go to Mew, it's going to take leftovers damage, so I don't want it to. I think I'll do T-Tar, because if T-Tar's ever going to do anything, it's going to be right now. Yeah. If it dies, let it die, and I'll go straight up back to Rotom Wash and Volt Switch again, whatever. But we're faster than Azumarill. I don't think they can OHKO us. And yeah, if they do this, then I think they'll probably Dragon Dance on me to get a free Stone Edge, which I'm hoping kills. Please hit, first of all. Excellent. Okay. We bring it home after that disastrous start against the Electivire, which haunted me. And Azumarill is going to come in next and take a lot of smoke. They can't Belly Drum. That's awesome. That's the win. GG to my opponent. Fun little game. I'll make sure to plug this in the description below. Shoutouts to nice. Shoutouts to Asian Instinct again for letting me use his team. Shoutouts to them for entering the tournament. I'm not sure when this is going live, but I believe like immediately afterwards there should be a BDSP tournament on my stream at 9 p.m. EST, like it is every single week. So be there, be square. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.